Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another episode of this series where we're currently managing Ajax, and if we have a look at our schedule in recent times, you can see that we've been on a pretty good run of form. A couple of disappointing defeats, the first one at FC Utrecht where we lost 2-1, a late fight back led by Edouard did not managed to save a point in that game, and then we had a disappointing defeat to FC Young Boys as well, or BSC Young Boys, I always get that one wrong, and then we did manage to come back and thrash them 6-1 to get into the Champions League places. We then took on Sparta Rotterdam in the league. We managed to get a 2-0 victory here. Now Quincy Promes, who scored a hat-trick in that 6-1 victory to get us into the Champions League group stages, continued his form here, making it 5-2. Dest teed up Sriracha, he swung the ball across and Quincy Promes fought for that header, planting it in the far corner. And his second one, Edouard, was on the run. You can see we had two players coming in. 90th minute, comes to Promes, one touch, one finish, top corner past the keeper, 2-0, an excellent form for Quincy Promes at the moment. Now the Champions League draw did happen. You can see we got Manchester City, which is going to be quite a tough one to get past, I would imagine. Bayer Leverkusen, Galatasaray. It's not the easiest group in the world. They are two teams that, on their day are definitely going to be in with a chance of getting victories over us, home and away. So we're going to have to be at our best to beat those teams and qualify for the knockout stages. But I'm quietly confident that we can do that. Now, no real transfer news to talk about. I did let Ekkelenkamp go out on loan to Belenenses just because I couldn't see him getting into the team. We've got quite a big squad at the moment. And I also did bring in, if I can find him, Penaranda here. So Adalberto Penaranda, a former wonder kid on the game. I don't know if he still is a wonder kid in the game, but he plays in that advanced forward role. He's got 14 finishing. He's not the best in the world, but as an unknown player costing 20 grand a week in wages, I thought it was a decent one to bring in just to give us that strength, because if we lose Edouard to injury, we only really have Huntelaar and Tadic isn't even an out-and-out striker. So I just thought a bit of strength in depth in the striker positions with two strikers made a lot of sense. And for today's game, we are taking on PSV, potentially one of our title challengers at the moment. PSV down in 7th, 3 wins, 2 draws, yet to lose this season, one of 3 unbeaten teams left. So that could be a potential challenge for us. And then we've got Galatasaray away from home to take on as well. So we'll see that in this episode. Depending on how quickly these games finish, we might also take on PEC as well. But at the moment, it's just thinking about this PSV game. Number 63 for Penaranda is quite an interesting choice. And then Galatasaray, it's a must-win game, that one against Galatasaray. But PSV potentially a bit of a banana skin here if we aren't careful. We are at home. We really do need to be winning games like this against our nearest challengers. Now Ziyech puts the ball in, and Ruben Dias, 3 goals already this season for him. That header from the corner, 6-yard box. I can see him getting 10 this season. He does often score headers for me with this tactic as well. Central defenders do tend to get a decent number of goals through the season from various dead ball positions. And we are now in front. Getting that goal early does take the pressure off, because you can quickly fall into that pattern of sort of banging your head against a brick wall, shot after shot after shot, but no real quality. Now David Neres also come back from injury, plays it off to Sriracha. Mazraoui is outside him if he needs him, but he doesn't. He goes for goal himself, and Unastal with the save. Obviously Mazraoui back from injury now. Quite a few players getting their fitness levels up, getting back from injury, and really fleshing out the size of the squad. Now ball over the top, Edouard is clean through, but he hasn't scored for a couple of games at this point. Well, I suppose he scored in that 6-1 victory, but we're looking for big goals, big moments from Edouard, and at the moment not quite there in recent matches, but still he does have, I think, 7 now for the season, so can't complain too much. He is going to have games where he doesn't get the goal. And as long as Quincy Promes and others are still hitting the ball into the back of the net, we should be in a decent position. I am expecting to get a lot of goals this season, especially in the league campaign. I want a really high goal difference, and we're not quite getting as many shots, certainly not on target, as we ordinarily would, which shows the sort of strength of opposition we are up against. But PSV, as with the last time we played them, haven't had a shot on target yet. They seem to really struggle with that, even though they've got Marlon, Bruma up there, not yet having a shot on target. Now Gutierrez out to Rodriguez, nearly tackled by Ziyech. Bruma got Rodriguez out there on the left if he needs him. He's doing it himself at the moment. Finds Thomas. Now Doan. Ball goes out to the right flank. Dumfries can't get it in first time, but finds Douan. He can't get it in. David Neres going the wrong way. Does clear it to Mazraoui. Back to Onana. Time to just settle down, rebuild a little bit. Here's Zaracho back to Alvarez. Ball out wide to Mazraoui. He's got the runner ahead of him, but he's doing it on his own. He finds Edouard. He dinks it in. Tadic with the header, and Dusan Tadic, back from injury, showing what he can do in that false nine role by planting that ball in the far corner. Very good play from the team here. Mazraoui on the attack, slipped it forward. Edouard making that advanced run, can sometimes be offside, but he wasn't there. And Tadic on the penalty spot for an absolute peach of a header to make it 2-0. And that's exactly what we wanted. Just settle the nerves. PSV have had a couple of efforts. There is a bit of danger they could come back. But this corner now with David Neres puts it in. Oh, and Tadic is offside. I thought he was going to get a cheeky little finish at the near post there for 3-0, but he is indeed offside. Now Mitroglou, the former Fulham man, has come on for Donald Marlon. I'm not particularly worried about that. I'm actually going to bring on a few other players for a bit of a run around. I suppose Promes, been in great form, can come on for a little bit. I might also give Edouard a little bit of a break, and Penaranda can perhaps make his debut. Just see if he's up to scratch. Now Promes puts the ball in. It's cleared away. It would have been nice if that could have landed on Penaranda's head there for the two subs to link up. But Bruma is in behind, and he has blasted that one high and wide. So as it stands, we are moving into the top four. Very nice position to be in. Just 10 minutes or so left to play. Make another change here. Maybe bring David Neres off. He is just coming back from injury. Perhaps for Dusan Tadic, and then we could just drop Lassina Traore into that false 9 position. Just to see out the last few minutes here. Unastal with the goal kick. Ball comes out to Penaranda. Back to Zaracho. Promes into Traore, but not really getting the power behind it in order to trouble the keeper. 3 points off final. Got that perfect record at the moment. I'd like to play them quite soon and hopefully get the win over them so that we can break that record. But we are bringing PSV's unbeaten run to an end. The Eindhoven side now without that clean record. Very good win for us over a potential rival. We're in a nice position now. 2 points clear of 5th place. Obviously Champions League, and then I think it's Champions League, Europa League. I can't remember if there's 2 qualifying for the Champions League and then maybe 2 for the rest of the European competitions. But very nice victory for us. And next up, we do have Galatasaray away from home in the Champions League. So now against Galatasaray, we are away from home, going into the Cauldron. It's a very intense atmosphere, but the team just struggling for a bit of that fitness at the moment. We are playing with Tadic and Edouard back up top, Neres and Ziyech on the wings, Van der Beek and Zaracho in the centre. Blint, Diaz, Alvarez and Mazraoui make up the defence with Onana in goal. You can see a few players, Mazraoui and Neres in particular, not quite got that full match sharpness, but the rest of the team just struggling for condition. They're all above 90, which is usually the point at which I take them out of the team if they sort of drop below into the late 80s positions. But Radamel Falcao leading the line for Galatasaray. Belhanda up there, Seri in there. It's a very strong team. Muslera in goal as well, and decent players on the bench. So this is going to be a really tough game for us. I'm not going to say that we should win. Just going to sort of say we should pick up where we left off. Now Blint with the throw in. An early goal would be brilliant if we can get it. Comes to Van der Beek. Now Blint. Van der Beek. Little passage of play between the two of them. Zaracho's got picked up the loose ball. David Neres switches a flank. Very difficult ball to pull off there. Tackle's going in at the moment. We're showing our intent. Lamina switches it out to Linz. Ball sent back. Now Seri in the middle. To Donk. And he's tackled by Dusan Tadic. He's got Edouard across. He's found Edouard. And Edouard just showing that lack of killer instinct at the moment. He should be finishing chances like that. Now Blint puts a throw in. Cleared away. Up towards Falcao. Lays it off to Belhanda. Feghouli. Got Falcao in the middle. Linz. Beats Van de Beek. Beats Mazraoui. And he got the shot away. But Onana able to smother the ball and just bring it under control. 10 minutes into the game. Pretty finely poised at this point. We're not getting the possession. Not a big surprise. Mazraoui with the long throw. Cleared away. Zaracho cleans up. He's got Mazraoui out there. Goes to Ziyech. A bit closer. Now Zaracho is just absolutely scorched that one over the stanchion really of the goal. Now Henry. Ball comes back. Sent all the way to Muslera in goal. He plays it forward. Oh, Van de Beek has won that and Ziyech is onside. He's in on goal and he's just put it wide of the post. But we're definitely getting chances. Mazraoui. Long throw to Tadic. The keeper came. He was off his line. And Dusan Tadic with the header from the throw-in does give us this away lead against Galatasaray. That is a key goal. Tadic there just left unmarked. No challenge on his header. Keeper off his line. A very simple finish all in all. But this 1-0 lead, very important. Galatasaray, this is probably, other than the City match, one of the more difficult matches we've got. Bayer Leverkusen will be very tough to beat, but I think going away to the Galatasaray kind of stadium is going to be much more difficult than Bayer Leverkusen. I think we can beat Bayer Leverkusen without too much trouble. David Neres here on the attack. Oh, he nearly created that angle at the near post to be able to touch it home. Now Zaracho's been injured, so Barrow comes in, a nice like-for-like switch. Ziyech with the corner, and it's tipped over by Muslera. A very good header, but the keeper equal to it. Man City currently drawing with Bayer Leverkusen. They've not managed to break through yet. Only 10 minutes to go until half-time as well. But we are playing very well. You can see we're dominating the statistics now as well. Long throw in. Edouard with the header, and again it was nearly a goal direct from the throw-in. Just one touch between the throw-in and the ball nearly ended up in the back of the net. Now here's Henry, tackled by Mazraoui. It comes to him again and he's flashed it wide. That's a sort of effort that quite often can land in the top corner, but not today. We are still on track for the win. Seri with the free kick. Oh, and Falcao touches it in, but I think he's offside. I think that's what the referee's saying. And there it is, VAR. Rule out Falcao's header for offside. And we have managed to survive to half-time. So the Galatasaray team, not in great mental spirits. City have managed to take the lead. Bernardo Silva with the goal. Ball inside to Seri. Now Belhanda back to Seri. Over the top. Henry with it. Pulls it back. It'll play around the midfield. Intricate passing. It's come to Henry. He's got him behind. And Onana with the stop there. It's the benefit of having a really good goalkeeper. I know a lot of people don't place a huge amount of weight on goalkeepers in Football Manager, but I think they're so important. And again, he takes the save from Donk's header. And Onana really is just an absolute gift playing with this Ajax side from the start of the game. Because either you get to keep him for 3, 4, 5 years, or you sell him for 60 million. There's a few players like that. Donny van de Beek, another one as Edouard comes through, and it is cleared away. May have been going out anyway. I'm not sure if the keeper saved it. Ball cleared from the corner. Henry or Henry on Yukuru, attacking down the right. Good tackle by Daley Blind there. Now Daley Blind at the moment, interestingly, my assistant manager thinks he's better for that left fullback position than Tagliafico. So Tagliafico a little bit more of a wing back, whereas in this system I play a fullback at left back and a wing back at right back. So that works out reasonably well for Mazraoui. Ziyech here on the attack. Tees up Edouard, and again he's hit it too central, straight at Muslera. But I was looking in the transfer list shortly before the window closed, and I brought Penaranda in on loan. Two other interesting potential signings. One was Munir, Thomas Munir, the fullback, could have come in on that right side of defence, but unfortunately he's more of a fullback than a wing-back. So I thought I'd save the sort of 60 grand a week in wages that he would have cost, because I don't think he would have been a regular starter ahead of Mazraoui. And now Donk with the ball to Seri. But the key player that I was looking at was James Rodriguez, who was on the Falcao. I thought that was a huge mistake there by Diaz, or whoever it was, in the left back position. But Onana managed to make the save. Falcao not having his best day at the moment. David Neres is in behind as well. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Just gone wide as Florian Andone comes on for Onyekuru. But James Rodriguez was on the transfer list for some £30 million. I decided against bringing him in, and instead I did put in an offer for him on loan, but he plays as an attacking midfielder. I could have got him on reduced wages as Penaranda with the header again. A long throw into the box, and Penaranda with one of the easiest goals there gets his Champions League, probably his first Champions League goal. Penaranda, what an excellent header there into the empty net. Muslera, no man's land again. And we do now pretty much have the win in the bag as Seri puts the ball in from corner. Lamina denied by Onana. But yeah, James Rodriguez, I could have got reduced wages. I think I could have got him for sort of 80 grand a week in wages with a little monthly fee. But because he plays as an attacking midfielder and only as an attacking midfielder, I just thought that would have been a bit of an extravagance when we're playing with a tight wage budget. Now Blint pressing and forcing them to go backwards. Lamina out to Feghouli again. I can see them getting a goal here. Feghouli to Linz. Jimmy arriving, and Jimmy fortunately puts it over the top. Now we can make one more change here. Not sure who might want to bring on. Possibly Dest for Mazraoui. He's quite tired and still getting his match sharpness back. Adem. Ball cleared away. It's interesting, they've got essentially an Adam, a Henry and a Jimmy in the Galatasaray team. Now here's Edouard coming down the right flank of the box. He gets the ball back again. He's managed to keep it as well. Mazraoui into Barrow. Van der Beek to Penaranda. Neres, Van der Beek skips a tackle, goes for goal, finds the bottom corner, and that is all she wrote. 3-0. Donny van der Beek, another excellent goal from outside the area, making it 3-0. Barrow to Van der Beek, Penaranda to Neres, and then T back to Van der Beek. He's got three players around him. He skips the tackle though, creates the space for himself, and before the centre back can close him down, he's found that bottom corner out of reach of Muslera, and it is 3-0 as we bring our last substitution, Dest, in at right back. So can Galatasaray get a late goal here and just get a little bit of pride back in their own stadium? Lamina flashes it wide of the post. We are heading to the top of the group as it stands. I think Man City were at home against Bayer Leverkusen as well, as Onana plucks that one from the sky. So this is definitely the most impressive result of our group at this point. I expected this game to probably be a much harder one than it actually turned out. And Penaranda is through. Van der Beek to Neres. Oh, and that was so clever, so unselfish of Van der Beek there. He could have had the shot himself, but by playing it across to David Neres, he left the keeper completely out of position, and it was a very easy finish. Excellent play by Penaranda to take that ball down on the chest strap, but Van der Beek 2-0 up. Keeper left rooted, both feet rooted to the ground, as David Neres just slips it into that wide gap to the keeper's left, and we get a nice 4-0 victory against Galatasaray. That is a very, very good result by the team. So we are now in a very good position. We get the 2.3 million for the win as well. Zaracho's out for potentially 3 weeks, which is unfortunate, but we are now on a 5-game winning streak in all competitions. We've got PSC Zwolle up next, then AZ, Alkmaar and Man City, which are going to be very interesting games. So I think next episode we will do the AZ, Alkmaar and the Man City match, potentially the Vitesse one, depending on how the episode goes forward. But then I might actually skip through a few of these games, potentially up to the away match with Bayer Leverkusen, just because I don't want this season to go on too long. Now obviously if we don't make it out the group stage, you get a clean run in the Eredivisie we can wrap up the season in not too many episodes. But I'm hoping we can get a good run through. So, yeah, I think next time AZ Alkmaar, then Man City, and then a big skip to perhaps the Bayer versus Den Haag match. And then we get a nice, tasty little game of 3 here with Feyenoord, AZ and Man City. So I think that'll be the little run up through the next few episodes. If you have enjoyed this episode, do drop a like on the video down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more from this season. But until next time, see ya.